When networking and looking for good strategic partners, it's important to remember that there are 4 key elements to understanding if somebody's going to be a good strategic partner for you. Number 1 is like, meaning do you like them? If they come across abrasive, they come across totally opposite of you, they just don't come across as someone you would like to have a beer with or a lunch with or know socially, chances are they're probably not someone that you like. So you may not want to continue forward with looking to be a strategic partner with them. Number 2 is trust. Do you trust them? In a short amount of time, it's difficult to tell whether or not someone is trustworthy, but there are little things that you can look for. For example, did they show up on time for the meeting? Did they follow through on the agenda that you set for the meeting, or did they continually interrupt you? Did they after the meeting, did they follow up and make the connection that they said they were going to make for you? All of these things allow us to know whether or not they're trustworthy, and building a relationship around trust is of course fundamental. Another thing that's important to understand is what is their level of expertise. A lot of people that we meet out there in the networking world say they're experts or claim to be experts, and the fact is that many of them are not. And it's fine, if they're trying to grow a business that way, but when we have to step up and make introductions for people and put our reputations on the line, it probably helps to know that someone is an expert, that they really are going to make you look good for making the introduction. So how do you know that they're an expert? Well, searching their website, Googling them, looking at their LinkedIn, maybe talking to some clients they've worked with. How intelligent are they when you're in a dialogue with them? There's a number of ways that you can check out to see if somebody really has the expertise that they claim. Of course, the best thing is testimonials and talking with people that they know. If they're unable to provide that kind of information or detail about their business, or they say, well, I just started my business and I really don't have anything to back it up, and they can't really sell you on the fact that they're an expert at it, at their business, again, you may want to hold off on giving them a direct client introduction. You might want to move them around through some of the other strategic partners, or maybe you don't help them at all because, again, it reflects on you if they're not an expert. And the last piece is network, meaning do they have a network? Obviously, we're looking for people with large networks that have lots of clients and lots of strategic partners that they can introduce us to. If you meet someone who's starting to network for the first time, or that's someone that just doesn't get it, they obviously have networked before, but it just seems like they're going to take, and they're not going to play the game of giving as well as receiving. They don't have a network. We may want to also disqualify them as a potential strategic partner. Of the 4 pieces, I would say the networking piece is probably the least important, because if somebody's new in business and you help them, you can figure out a way for them to help you back. And the other thing is, you know what, maybe they'll come around as they grow their business. You were one of the first people to help them, and they'll think about that, and they'll think of you as they're out there networking and hopefully help you. So again, it's like, trust, finding that they're an expert, and whether or not they have a network. If you can find all 4 of those criteria in an individual that you're networking with, chances are you're going to have a much better opportunity to set them up as a strategic partner moving forward.